Hey guys, what's up? It's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. So, I just got done kind of hearing what's going on, and I was like, I've got to come on and talk to everybody about this. So, hey, oh my gosh, hold on, let me fix my lipstick. Hold on, Jason. Okay. Hey guys. Okay guys, so I'm usually, addiction recovery channel. Y'all know that. But my friend just uploaded a video, and I made a video about this like 2 weeks ago, or maybe a week ago. I can't remember how long ago it was. But there's this guy on YouTube that I follow. His name is Charles Gross, and I'm subscribed to his channel, you guys. So, like 2 weeks ago, he went to rehab, right? And he went to rehab for literally like 3 days. And got out and was like, I'm doing good, I'm fine, I'm not really, I don't have a problem. Just all kinds of excuses, all kinds of just typical addict excuses, typical addict mentality, just typical family enabling him, and just like kind of co-signing this bullshit. So that came and went, and he made a video telling us all he was out of treatment, yada, yada, yada. Well, then, like 4 days ago, he uploaded a video of him and his boyfriend that he just started dating getting married. Okay, so he uploads this video of them getting married, getting rings, signing the marriage license, all that kind of stuff, right? And then he uploads a video 3 days later about them getting divorced. And then he uploads a video after that, cussing all his subscribers out, telling us all, fuck you, I just have bad luck. And I'm like, no, baby, no, you don't have bad luck. You're making bad choices because you're under the influence of drugs and alcohol. When I was under the influence of drugs and alcohol, I would go out and do shit like get married too. Or, go into stealing something or doing just crazy shit like that. So now he has been married and divorced within a 3-day period. I don't know if it's called divorced or if it's called, when you get your annulled, a wedding annulled, but I don't know how to say that. But it's like, oh my gosh. It makes me sad because it's like I'm watching this kid literally like fuck his life up right in front of us. Like annulment. Thank you, Tabitha. It's like we're watching him like slowly but surely. Well, not even slowly. He is like a tornado. And you guys can all refer to his videos. He has a huge channel, you guys. Like a huge channel. Like hundreds of thousands of subscribers. But it's like watching someone like fuck their life up right in front of your eyes, but he's also like has money, like and it's probably because he does have a YouTube channel and he makes money on his YouTube channel, but now, sorry, this is bothering me, this little spot that's like lighter. Anyway, and so now him and his boyfriend got divorced or whatever, and he's just chalking it up to bad luck and that, oh, how can these things happen to him? And you know what? I can remember when I was in my active addiction saying the same exact things. That's what I was going to get to, Jordan. I can remember when I was in my active addiction, I would go, how do these things happen to me? I just have bad luck. Or I would say, you know, I'm not affecting anybody. I'm just getting high. I'm just having a good time. I'm not hurting anyone else. When in reality, I was hurting so many people around me. And then when reality, you know, the things were happening to me, and not because of bad luck, not because I was at the wrong place at the wrong time, but because I was making bad choices, because I was fucked up, because I was under the influence of drugs. You know, like, that shit just doesn't happen to people. You don't just fall into a marriage, you know? You don't just fall it's like you have to go and make that conscious decision to get married and follow through with it. So, yeah, and that's what I was going to get to next, Jordan. Do I think he's doing this for views? Like, I feel like every now and then that's what Charles does. It's like his channel will start taking a dip for the worst, and so he'll go and do something, like, crazy, you know? Like, go get married, or tell us all that he's going to treatment, or come on, like, everything he's doing, though, right now is so typical of being on drugs. Like, it makes me sad to see him like this. Like, it really does. Like, I don't want anyone that's going through the struggle of addiction to have to be, like, it's almost like I want to go up to him and say, honey, don't upload that. Don't put that on the internet. Because when he sobers up and looks back on this time, like, he's totally going to regret these things, you know? Either that, or he's going to look back on this time and laugh his ass all the way to the bank. Because he's cashing off of his own misfortune. Like, do you know that must have cost money to get that marriage reversed, if he even got married for real, you know? Thanks, Jamie. I don't watch the guy, but I just searched him, and my first thought was, has to be for views. So yeah, Jordan, did you see if his views have been, like, plummeting? Because I didn't look at that. I just watched Chris's from the Rewired Souls video, because his video is about him, and he says, stop enabling Charles. And I called on the last video I made talking about Charles, because I don't usually, like, talk about other YouTubers or do commentary about other YouTubers. But did you see the video from Tana? Yes. Okay, so we'll talk about that too. I don't usually do commentary about other YouTubers, but every now and then, like, I know a lot of you guys watch YouTube like I do, so I was like, let me come on here and talk to everybody about it. So, I was watching the Rewired Souls video, and he was saying, you know, like, he feels bad too for Charles, because it's like, when you're a drug addict and you've been there and you've been through that lifestyle and you know what it's like, you know, you can see and call out another addict, like, call them out on their bullshit, you know? Like, we all know how to manipulate and get over on people, but when an addict sees an addict, we can recognize it and be like, honey, you can't play me. You cannot con a con artist. You cannot bullshit a bullshitter, you know? And so I feel like that's how I see Charles. I, like, see right through his bullshit, you know? So, yeah, I just thought that was pretty fucking crazy that now he's, like, claiming to have gotten divorced, and then he's going to get so angry. Like, he's like, fuck you guys. I haven't changed. And I'm like, Charles, yes, you have. You went from being... Yeah, you went from being stable to, like, you can tell that when he relapsed, because he started just, like, going off the hinges with, like, sleeping with different guys and being promiscuous, and then, like, spending a bunch of money. Like, he has a shopping addiction too. But I mean, he's able to buy, like, Louis Vuitton shoes and, like, those really expensive Hermes purses that are, like, hella expensive. Like, so expensive. So I wanted to talk to you guys about that. And then I wanted to talk to you, since Jordan brought up the Tana video about Snow the product in Tana. Thanks, guys. It is a cream eyeshadow, and it's, like, literally $2 by Essence. It's like a taupey silver color. And then I did like a smoky corner with that Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, like that one that she did like 6 months ago. Yes, so I saw the video that Snow made responding to Tana, and I watched Tana's video. And first of all, let me just say this. Tana Mojo is trying to dick ride anybody she can for, like, she's thirsty. She's thirsty for attention, you guys, for real. Okay, and then the reason I know is because Tana is like I was when I was younger, okay? I wanted people to, like, see me and recognize me, and, like, I wanted to be so cool, you know? And I can see it because I've been there. And a lot of you girls might not admit that you've been there, but I can admit that I've been there. So what's going on with Tana right now is, like, she's trying to find, yes, she's trying to find her place in life, okay? And she's trying to, like, figure out how she's gonna be. And so that's, I can see, like, I did the same thing. Like, that's exactly how I acted when I was younger and I started my drug addiction. I was a party girl. I was like, ooh, yeah, you know, okay. Like, just thirsty and just, like, wanting attention all the time. And you know how people say, like, she's an attention whore, and it's because she's trying to, like, find her place in life. So I feel bad for her too, like, really bad. But hold on, I know he has to.
I drink regular milk at school, so
yeah,
my poo-poos can be good.
Good job.
I drink regular milk. Regular milk is good for you to go poo.
It really is good for you. You feel better now? Mm-hmm. Look at that. Look at that.
I peed on my underwear.
Okay, change. Stinky
Everyone
booty.
don't look.
Tell him not to look.
Mommy,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my uniform off and wear this shirt.
Okay. Let's hold on, guys.
I was just saying, where did your pants that we wore last time?
Lift up your arms. Good boy. Because we got to wash this. There you go.
That one is different pants.
Okay. So, let's get back to the conversation. So, let me just catch you guys up to speed with Tana, okay? So, Tana was out at Adam from No Jumper's birthday party, okay?
Come on.
And Adam has, like, a podcast it's called, or like some kind of rap group called No Jumper. Hey, listen to me, dude. Listen. You're a big boy. Get your pants.
I don't know how to put them on by myself.
Nathaniel. Yes, you do.
I'll try, but
I hate when you act like you don't know how to do it. Here. The tag goes in the back.
Dad,
Renee, you crack me up. Charles, anything for views. Gross. If you guys haven't watched Luscious Massacre's channel, he is Rich's, like, really good friend, and he likes to do drag. If you haven't checked out his channel, it'll come back. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so sorry. Are y'all still there? Hey, Renee, tell me if you guys can see me, okay? Okay, here we go. Okay, so let me give you guys, like, a lowdown on what was going on. So Charles, so y'all heard about Charles. So that's that with Charles. I just think that's, like, crazy that he just, I think it's just sad that he is putting himself through all this crazy stuff, and it's like he's just not ready to change. He's just not ready to take the plunge and get sober yet. So he's going to continue having these same crazy decisions and all these things go on. Oh, hey, Feel Good. Are you okay, bud? Sorry about that. I hope it's working now. Thank you, Jason. Give this video a thumbs up, y'all. So anyway, thank you. So so Charles, I just can't even, I cannot even with him.
Hey, Mommy Spider.
Hey, baby.
We're playing spiders. You can be the mod spider and I'll be the kid's spider. Daddy will be the
Okay,
spider.
like Mommy's talking to everybody, okay? Daddy's, go play with Daddy, Nate. Okay, you have Daddy here. So,
Hey, Daddy told. Hey, Daddy.
now let's talk about Tana and Snow the product. So let me tell you, so Tana Mojo is a like story time vlog kind of YouTuber. Hey, Avalon. And Tana makes videos that are like really just like, how do I say this? Shock value. Like you guys thought my story times were kind of crazy. Like this girl, they're like balls to the wall crazy. Like she talks about getting fucked by toothbrushes. She talks about, you know, doing drugs, crazy parties, just crazy stuff. Okay. So Tana, that's Tana, okay? And she's not even 21. Like, what is she, 20, guys? 19? She's really young. And then Snow the product is a Mexican rapper, and she is like really, really good. But she never like blew up like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B and like Iggy Azalea and them, but she's really well known and she's a really good rapper. Like she's just as good as them. She just never popped. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how people that do rap and stuff, like they'll have like a hit or whatever and they hey Anna, and they'll just like, you know, hit it big, and she never had that, but she's really well known in the rap in the rap game, and she's respected. Okay, so Tana is best friends with this girl named Lena the Plug. So Lena is basically a porn star. There's like these Snapchat apps that are XXX rated Snapchats. And like this girl works on there where, you know, you can like sign up for her Snapchat and you get to see naked, you know, like girl on girl stuff and just all kinds of porn star stuff. So Lena and Adam are boyfriend and girlfriend. And Adam's birthday was this like past weekend, I guess. And they were having like a big party at this club. And her man had sex in front of Tana on video. Yes, Renee. Yes. With that one girl who's like best friend. So anyway, so they were having a party and they're all like out at this club. And Tana and Snow, Tana was in the bathroom. Snow the product was in the bathroom. And Tana was in there. And Tana was like, hey girl, how are you doing? Do you remember me or whatever, right? Well, they kind of like talked a little bit, and then at the end of the night, they were all getting in different lifts, okay? And Tana was outside, and Snow was in the front seat of this lift, and her girlfriend got jealous and came from the back of the lift and tried to beat the shit out of Tana through the window, okay? So that's kind of like what happened, but the way Tana told it was she got on video and made a whole video about how Snow was like, girl, hey, like trying to holler at her, right? Like totally embellishing the story. Like Snow had her girlfriend at the party with her. And the way Snow the product is, she's like, just like a cool kind of laid back chick. And she's also she's like a lesbian. Like she's not new to being around girls. You know what I mean? Yeah, Jamie, we see you. Like she's not fucking with girls to get attention. You know, she's not fucking with girls to make guys look at her. That's like she loves women, you know? And I think, and tell me what you guys think about this. Like I feel like Tana just fucks with girls because she wants attention, not because she truly is a lesbian or truly is bisexual. I think she does it just to get attention from guys. So Tana uploads a video about the fight, and totally embellishes the story. Talks about how Snow was like hollering at her and like, you know, ooh girl, yeah, make sure she comes. And that's why Tana says that Snow's girlfriend tried to like slap her, you know, in the face. Well, Snow was like, oh hell no, you're not gonna fucking, you know, talk shit on my name. And so Snow the product waited a couple days, and I'm sure she was getting massive hate. I'm sure like all these little like groupies that follow Tana were probably messaging her and like sending death threats, because that's how people are. When they like follow these bigger YouTubers, they like become like hella groupies, okay? Yeah, and so Tana's got like millions of subscribers, you guys. And hey Weston, welcome. She's got like millions of subscribers. So Snow waited a couple days and was like, you know what, I'm gonna make a video and I'm gonna explain myself, because Tana was presenting it to everybody like Snow was just disrespecting her girl. You know, like she was just didn't care that she had her old lady with her and was just like all trying to get with Tana. And that's how Tana told it to everybody. Snow gets on there and tells the whole story. Okay, feel good. Tana is this girl that has like 1 million subscribers here on YouTube. She's a huge YouTuber. Okay, he's right here. And and Snow the product is a rapper. So, and TanaCon, yes, okay. So Snow, and the reason I'm talking about this, you guys, is because it has to do with addiction and recovery, okay? And I'll bring it back to that in just a second. So, Snow comes on and is like, yo, that is not the way it went down. Like, I am not trying to get on here and like disrespect anybody, but you know, I'm not going to have people thinking that I was disrespecting my woman, my girlfriend, you know? So she tells the story like, hey, the way it happened was, you know, I got in the front seat and it was supposed to be Adam's seat. And so she felt guilty. So when they were driving off, she was asking Adam from outside the window, hey, are you guys coming to the club too, or coming with us? Following behind. And Tana was standing right beside Adam, and, you know, she was trying to be, like, nice because she took his seat. Snow did. So she was like, hey, yeah, make sure y'all come, you know, thanks for letting me have your seat, man, because we're, like, driving off without you. And the way Tana presented it was like that this girl was trying to get on her jock, you know? And it wasn't like that at all. But that's what Tana does all the time, you guys. Like, Tana is a young girl who is using Xanax, you know, drugs, alcohol, all these different things to like make herself feel good. And that's when I see her videos and I listen to her tell stories, I see her as a young girl who is lost in her life. Like, she's making all this money, but off of what? Off the expenses of her like dignity and her morals and values, you know, like, which she does whatever, you know, will make a complete ass out of herself, will act like a whore in front of everybody and thinks it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Just like Snow was saying, she was like, homegirl had on like a see-through shirt, you know, and just bebopping around like, you know, a porn star, you know. And that's what, not that there's anything wrong with, you know, people that work in the sex industry. Like, I'm not trying to diss anybody, but for people like us that are, you know, drug addicts and alcoholics, we have to be really careful what professions we work in, because those kind of jobs can be hella triggering. You know, there's a lot of people that are around that are drinking and using and smoking. And when I look at Tana, I see a girl who is basically a drug addict who needs to find her way, because she's going to die. She's going to die of a drug overdose, or she's going to get something and not know what it is and take it and die. And then we're all going to hear about it, you know, and it's going to be tragic because she is so young. But that's what this younger generation, you guys, these kids that are like 17, 18, 19 years old, they think it's cool right now. That's what they think. They think it's cool, and like popping Zans and ecstasy, and there's songs all about it, sipping syrup and popping Zans up, you know, it's like, dude, that's not cool. Like, pop those Zans and then like watch what's going to happen. In 6 months, you'll be addicted, you know. In a year, you won't be able to stop popping the Zans, you know. And that's what happens. It's like this like mentality of like glorifying drug abuse that's what these like rappers and kids are doing now. And it's not cool, because what happens whenever you grow up and you're popping Xanaxes and snorting cocaine and drinking alcohol, you know what happens when you get to be my age, when you get to be 32, 36, 38, and you can't get sober, and you're lost everything, and you can't hold a job, and you know, basically are just don't have anything. And that's what the results are of using drugs and alcohol. Like, these kids think it's so cool, you know. 29, yeah. I didn't get sober until I was 32, and while I was in my addiction at the beginning, like Tana, I thought it was so cool too. I thought, broken, live at home. Yes, Weston, I'm so glad you're here too. Yeah, and see, it's okay, Onyx. It's starting to thunder outside. It makes me scared for like my son, because I don't want, you know, him to grow up in that mentality, you know, where it's not, if I could go back and change like all the things I did, and I know I can't, but if I could go back, like, I would totally do over life when I was younger. You know, I wouldn't have hung out with everybody that was doing drugs, and I wouldn't have been so thirsty to get people to like me, because that's what it is, you guys. It's like this insecurity when we're younger. We're just trying to find our place where we fit in. And I feel like that's like what Tana's going through, and a lot of these other kids, they're just trying to find their place, you know. And even though like we're sober now and we're all like helping each other, we're still all trying to find our place here, you know, in our recovery, and find our little like group of people that we can relate to and connect with. But if I could tell kids, if I could tell myself what I know now, if I could sit myself down and look at myself at 17 years old, right? I would say, listen, fuck what anybody else thinks. Fuck what people say. Those people will not be around a couple of years from now. They won't be around after school ends. You know, that's one thing I've learned. It is so hard, you guys. It is so hard to build genuine friendships and genuine relationships of people that truly have your care and concern, like that really want to see you succeed and do well. It is so hard, because in today's society, everyone is out for themselves, for fucking self-promotion. Like, I struggle every day with, like, being able to trust people and, like, getting to know new people and wanting to open up to them and wanting to trust them and wanting to be friends with them. But then being afraid, like, what are their motives? What are they thinking? You know, do they really want to be my friend, or do they? It's so hard. And so what I have done all my life since even in my addiction, but since I've gotten sober for sure, is stay away you know, I have my family and my husband and my son, and that's it. And I don't try to meet people, you know, in person or anything like that. Like, you guys are the, okay, girl, you guys are the closest thing I have to, like, friends. And I know that might sound kind of lame, but, like, my friends that, like, I have in real life are, like, my sister. My friend Taiwana, like, she is my friend that actually comes over and hangs out with me. Thank you. But it's, making friends is really hard for me. And then when I do make friends, you guys, like, when I do make a friend or I get close to someone, it's like, I am such a, like, homebody, and I like just staying at home and chilling and keeping to myself. Like, I don't like going out and doing a whole bunch of stuff because I did that for so many years in my addiction. Like, now I just like kicking it and chilling at my house and spending time with my family, watching Netflix, or going and watching my son play out of the park, or, you know, watching my husband do soccer because he's, like, really good at soccer. But I don't like Friday night and I'm on YouTube. I know me. Party! But you know what I'm saying? Like, I would rather be here where I know I'm safe, and I know, oh, girl, I was talking about that at the beginning. I just feel so bad for Charles because he is, like, living a lie. He just will not stop lying to himself. If he could just get honest and get help, then he would be good. But he has so many people enabling him, you guys, that he will never get help. And it's the same thing with Tana. She is never going to get help or get good or change because they have so many yes men around them. Okay? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, a true friend, somebody who truly cares about you, is not going to tell you what you want to hear. They're not going to, like, say, oh yeah, Nicole, you're so great, you never make mistakes, blah blah blah. Like, a true friend is going to go, girl, like, I'm worried about you, I think you need to take time for yourself. Or, hey, feel good, you know, I've noticed that you've been isolating, have you been to a meeting lately? Or, you know, they're going to care about, like, the betterment of you and you becoming a better person. But Charles and Tana, they all have these, all they have is people around them that are like, yes, 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 yes. You know what, girl, Renee, I think he is doing cocaine, and I think he's doing painkillers and Xanax. Okay, Christy, bye, love you, girl. And ask questions instead of telling. Right. And that's the thing, like, when we're in recovery and we're trying to help each other, you guys, like, we make suggestions, you know, like, hey, have you tried this? And, you know, it was also, like, it was brought to my attention that, you know, I might be spreading myself too thin by, like, offering that everybody can contact me and call me. And I want you guys to know that, like, anytime you want to talk and message me, like, text back and forth with me, I'm more than able to do that with you. But, like, working through the steps, like the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous, like, I can only take one person through the steps at a time, maybe two, if that. But it's all very fresh to me, and I want to make sure that I do a good job. So if anybody was, like, confused on that or was wondering if I could sponsor them, like, no, I cannot sponsor anybody right now because I'm working with somebody already taking them through the steps. But I always want you guys to know that I'm here for you guys, and that if you need someone to be just, hey, I'm feeling this type of way, what are you doing, girl? And text back and forth with, like, I can be support. I can be a support network with you. You guys can message me anytime. We created a group message here on YouTube, and if anybody wants the link, I'm going to put it in the comments, and it's like a 24-hour recovery support link, okay? And it's just all of us, everybody from the comments here in that group text, and we can talk to each other. And you guys, if you're like up in the middle of the night and you're like, yo, I want to get high, I'm going to call somebody. If you want to, you can text us over there on that group chat. Okay. But like, I just want to make sure that you guys know, like, my intentions are only to help you guys, and I never want to, I never want you guys to, like, think, oh, well, she doesn't really care, or she's just saying that. What, baby? Because I mean it. You can message me on Instagram or email me anytime, and I will respond right back to you. You know? But for me, as a sponsor and somebody working someone through the steps, for me, I would be doing y'all a disservice if I took on... Alexander, go. I would be doing you guys a disservice if I took on a whole bunch of different sponsees, because then I wouldn't be able to give everybody the attention that I would need to give. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to talk to you guys about that real fast, because I know that the channel is growing, and I know that we have a lot of new people that are coming in, and you guys hear me saying, like, I want to help you, I want to be there for you. Yes, Weston, and I'm going to tell you, like, it's the best thing that I ever did was find myself a connection in my town. And because I've been in recovery for 3 years, but the first 2 years I was in recovery sober, I went to meetings like, okay, the first year I would go to meetings like 3 times a week, okay? Then after that, I slowed down a little bit, like 2 times a week, and now it's like twice a month.
At school.
What, baby?
We did the gingerbread hunt.
Oh my God!
For real.
You did?
When we opened our cookies weren't there.
Yeah? Wow.
For real.
I'm so glad you guys had fun.
We didn't have those.
They didn't have no gingerbread cookies?
No.
Where did they go?
Found notes.
You found notes? What'd they say?
They said, I don't know.
Here you go. No, you're a big boy now. Here, do you want your Arby's too?
Give me that.
You want a straw? Don't spill it. You want a straw?
I want a sippy cup. Got some popcorn.
Yeah. You want me to cook you some?
And I was going to have a sippy cup so I can drink it and watch the...
I know, buddy.
Okay.
Hold on, guys. It's fixing to start storming here. Okay, let's see what y'all are saying. Your boy's cool. I got therapy once a month, meetings once a month, church group. Oh, that's great, Weston. And see, that's the thing. You have to, like, taper it to what works for you. You know, when I first started trying to get sober, I thought there was this, like, one size fits all. I thought the only way to get into recovery and to get your life back was to go through, you know, the AA. And then, you know, what I've learned in my recovery and through working with, you know, other people who have, you know, different pathways to recovery, I've learned that, like, everyone's different. What works for me might not work for you. And you might need to I might need to go to 10 meetings a month. And you might need to go to 5 meetings a month. And it's different for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But there's one thing that is the same for all of us, and that is that we need support to stay sober. We have to get those connections, you know, get connected, because in our addiction, all we did was isolate. So when we get sober, we have to have other people to help us stay sober. And it also, having other people, it helps with that accountability. Hey, Goat. It helps with that accountability, and it helps us we have to get called on our bullshit sometimes. You know, when I'm honest, and I really tell my sponsor about, like, being on, when I was on Facebook all the time, like, I finally got honest with her and told her how that was going. And, like, she was like, you need to get off there. You know, it's not healthy for you to be on there all the time. And that's why I deactivated my Facebook account, because it just wasn't healthy for me. Like, it wasn't serving me. You know what I mean? And that's what she always says, too. Like, she'll ask me, how's that serving you? Is that serving you well? Here you go, bud. Do you want to put up? What are you doing? Hey, Nate, what are you doing?
Let me have my popcorn.
Relax, dude, relax. Facebook makes me feel bad about myself. I hear my life. Oh, who's that? Renee? Oh, girl, you better not. Now, you know everybody on there is only showing what they want you to see. And it's not reality. It's not reality. I see people addicted to Facebook. I'm glad people are giving it up completely. I had to because it was like ruining my life. Oh, thanks, Goat. You too. Hey, Sam. So, I added you to our group chat, Sam. And I sent you a link, I think. So, let's talk about Shanann Watts and Chris Watts, that murder. Okay? The guy who murdered his whole family and his wife that was pregnant and his 2 daughters. So, hold on. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? The Chris Watts case? Okay, here we go. So, here's what's been going on. You don't know what I'm talking about? Okay. Chris Watts was married to a woman named Shanann, and they lived in Colorado. They had 2 little girls, Celeste and Bella. Bella was 4, Celeste was 3. And they were currently pregnant with their 3rd, and it was going to be a little boy, and his name was going to be Nico. They had been married for like 8 years, and he ended up killing his entire family. And he pled guilty, and he is in prison right now. He pled guilty to all 3 counts. And the way he killed them was he strangled his wife to death, and he smothered his 2 girls. When he smothered Bella, she fought for her life. She fought for her life so hard that she bit almost through her tongue. That's what they showed in the autopsy report, that she had teeth ligatures through her tongue. The little girl, Celeste, she was so young that I'm sure that she was asleep, and he just smothered her to death. I have been listening to this channel that uploaded some interviews that have been going on. So what happened was, Shanann got home from an out-of-town business trip, and when she came home, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, right? She came home, and her and Chris sat down to talk, and he told her he wanted a divorce. Now, the reason he wanted a divorce, you guys, is because he was having an affair with a girl named Nicole Kessinger. But Shanann didn't know this, and he didn't tell her that's why. He just told her he wanted to separate. So she was really upset. You know, I'm sure she was crying. And then I'm sure he strangled her either right then or when she fell asleep, he strangled her. But he had already killed his 2 daughters. So I'm sure what happened was she came home, saw that the girls had been killed, you know, because they weren't, what he did was he took their bodies, these 2 little girls, you guys, these 2 little girls, he took their bodies and he stuffed them in oil cans. He worked for a oil place, like a petroleum oil, like crude oil. He took these 2 little baby girls in their pajamas and stuck them in the cans of oil. when they did the, like, when they went all around and looked at everything, the openings to these oil things were only like that big around. So he had to like shove them in. When the police went and got the babies out of the oil can, the skin on them was coming off because of how he had to try and push them through that hole. This is like, and you guys, when all this first came out, he reported them. Well, he didn't report them. Her best friend called the police because she was texting Shanann, trying to get a hold of her. And Shanann worked for a company called Thrive, which is a market, an MLM company, a pyramid scheme, where they're like on the phone all the time and they use social media a lot. So when her best friend tried to get a hold of her, she couldn't get in touch with her. So she called Chris and said, "Hey, where's Shanann? I can't get a hold of her. What's going on?" And Chris said, "Oh, she took the girls to a friend's house. I haven't heard from her all day." Well, that didn't fucking go. That didn't lay straight with Nicole. The girl that was her best friend, Nicole Atkinson was her name. So she called the law. And the law showed up to his house, tried to get in the garage through the through the keypad. And he showed up right behind them and they searched his house. And that's when he was like, "I haven't heard from him. I've been texting her all day and she's not answering me." And that's when he did this interview and he told, the police and the news station that they had an emotional conversation and he hadn't seen her since. And in this interview, you guys, it's all over YouTube. You can go find it. He's standing there like this and he's like, "Yeah, we had an emotional conversation. That's all I'm going to say about that." And then he refers to Bella and Celeste as, "Oh yeah, they were," or "she was 4 years old," in past tense. So the whole city is looking for these little girls and their mama. Like they think they're missing, right? And they call Chris in for questioning and they interrogate him for hours and hours. And he is steadily saying, "I don't know where they're at, blah, blah, blah." His name is Chris Watts, Watts. Yes, that's what he did, Sam. So they're interrogating him, and that's when he has to come clean about his mistress. He's like, he was having an affair. "I had an affair, but I didn't kill my family. I had an affair, but I didn't kill my family." You guys, he was seeing this other girl, Nicole Kessinger, for almost a year. This girl Googled Shanann's name in 2017. They're finding all this stuff on her phone. They're pulling all these old texts and data messages because now that he has pled guilty and to the charges of murder, now they're looking in to see if she knew and was part of it too. Because you guys don't even understand. You have got to go up. This channel uploaded the interview between Nicole and the police, and she is just sitting there telling everything. But then they just released the 2,000-page discovery. And I was reading through it, and he had a secret app on his phone that was disguised as a calculator. And in this app, he had dozens of nude pictures of this lady, Nicole. Pictures of them out on dates. He was so sneaky that he was buying gift cards to pay for their dinners so he wouldn't get caught by his wife. He had a secret calculator app. Nude picture after nude picture after nude picture of her. And he's good looking too. Dear God, you just never know. Okay, so the discovery comes out. There's two Nicoles. So Nicole Kessinger doesn't know Shanann. Nicole Atkinson was her best friend, and she's married. So he's having this affair, right, with this Nicole girl. And if you guys can, go look at the 2,000-page discovery. It goes through detail. It tells every text message that they sent to each other. Every naked photo that she sent to him and he sent to her. He is head over heels for this girl, okay? He is in love with her. He's Googling how long is it between the Earth and the moon? What does it feel like to be in love? How do you tell someone you love them for the first time? This is all stuff he's Googling on his phone. Yes, Jamie, that's the one that was Scott Peterson. Yes. So he is so in love with her. I mean, that he's lost it for his wife. And you can read all the text messages between him and his wife, Shanann. And she is desperately pleading with him to work it out. He wanted another baby. And so they got pregnant with this little boy, Nico. Okay? That's what I'm going to get to, Goat. So, they sold this stuff called Thrive, okay? Which is like these patches and these supplements that you take. And also this stuff called Thrive Burn. And he had like lost a bunch of weight on it. And he liked to go out and drink. And so what he was doing was like totally like winning this girl Nicole over by taking her out and just totally trying to spoil her. But in the meantime, their finances are like shit. They had just filed bankruptcy. I mean, and his wife, you can read the text messages on the Discovery. She's like, you know, you don't touch me anymore. We haven't been intimate. You couldn't keep your hands off of me before I left because she had to go on a business trip. And now when I come back, you don't even want to touch me. I mean, it was like, I could so relate to her and how she was feeling. She knew something was going on. You know, girls, y'all know what I'm talking about. And guys, you probably do too. When your man or woman starts pulling away from you and you lose that connection because they're fucking around behind your back, you just know. You can just feel it because the guy starts to like reject you or stops talking as much about things with you. And Shanann was desperately trying to save their marriage. I mean, desperately. And the whole time in like text messages, he's like leading her to believe that they're going to work through all this stuff. And she has no idea the whole time that he is fucking some other girl, you know? And she asks him, is there someone else? Is there someone else? Sorry. And he's like, no, there's no one else. Yes. Okay, go. That's what they are. And they're supposed to be like really, really good. But at first, when all this came out, when all this came out, they were like digging in his past and they had found like, he had like some tickets or DWIs. And that's the first thing I thought. I thought, is he getting high? Is he using behind her back? He was just a narcissist, you guys. He, excuse me. Oh, is Sam leaving? Oh, love you, Sam. Bye, girl. Okay. He just, how do I explain this? He wanted a complete do-over in life. He wanted to get rid of her and get rid of the kids so he didn't have to pay child support and didn't have to, and just start his life completely over. And I cannot believe, did he actually think no one would catch him? Did he actually think that he could get away with that? And then listen to this shit, y'all. In the Discovery, after he disposes of their bodies in the oil tank and he buries his wife in a shallow grave, he comes home and he Googles the song by Metallica called Battery. Go look up the words to this song. It is about can't kill the family, can't something battery, can't kill the feeling. It's Battery by Metallica. And so he's at home jamming out after he murdered his whole family. I'm not blaming Metallica. I used to rock Metallica out when I was younger, and I still do. I still love them. But when I was growing up, like in 10th and 11th grade, they were really popping then. And my friend Randy drove the silver Honda Prelude, and we would drive into car washes, and he always had cocaine, and we would be toot lines of cocaine, and then we were so crazy. But I don't even know how I got on this tangent with Chris Watts with you guys, but oh, I know how, because I want you guys to check out this girl's channel. She did an awesome 3 videos just reading the discovery and the text messages between Shanann and Chris. And it just got me like so attached to this case. Like it made me like feel Shanann, like God rest her soul, you know, rest in peace, those poor babies. And her unborn son, you guys, he killed his pregnant wife by strangling her. Like, can you imagine strangling somebody like until they die? That's fucking hardcore. You have to be like, you have to fucking be pissed to strangle somebody to death. Because you know she was fighting for her life. It's just, it is such a tragedy. It's just a tragedy. Yes, and you know what? His mom is a sick bitch. She gave interviews, and she is just obsessed with her son. Y'all should hear how she talks about Shanann. Like, Shanann was, oh, well, they didn't even go to their grandkid's funeral. The parents of Chris. Just sick people. I'm so glad that we're talking, you guys. I don't know what made me decide to get on here early tonight, but I just wanted to come on here and shoot the shit with y'all tonight. Ill, or was he high or something? Damn. Leah, that's the thing. No, he is not mentally ill. No, he was not high, girl. Listen to what he's saying. He's trying to say that his wife killed those 2 girls and that he flew into a rage and killed her. Mom probably enabled his bullshit, abusive behavior. Yeah, and so, Renee, that's the thing. Like, the way she talked in this interview was like, you know, she was super passive aggressive. It's like Shanann's gone and you're taking jabs at the woman still. And then there was this channel here on YouTube called Plunder, Plunder. Go look it up. And they were like connected to Chris's family somehow. And so they uploaded all these videos of Shanann and Chris and their family, trying to like paint Shanann in a negative light. Just like, you know, and they were all just videos of their family, you know. Hey, Captain. But what she was trying, what this channel was trying to do was like, you know, show that Shanann was like manipulative or bossy over Chris. And it's like, so what if she was? So what if she was a little OCD? She doesn't deserve to get strangled to death. Like, there is nothing. She could have been fucking every Tom, Dick, and Harry in the town. There's nothing that deserves for someone to get murdered. Ex-Fico and his mom told me, just shut up when he beats me. Ugh. You know, it's like, nobody deserves to get murdered. Nobody. It doesn't matter how she was or what she was doing or anything. Like, you don't kill your family, okay? Like, everybody knows that. That's just crazy. So I'm just so like, I like want to find out more. Like this discovery, I want to go read more and more of. It's 2,000 pages. Like, bad people deserve it, but oh yeah, like that guy. It's just like he was a simp. Do y'all know what I mean? Like a pussy boy, like no backbone. His mama always coming to his aid. Y'all know what I'm saying? Not a man's man. Like, he was like a baby. Yep. And we know the time. I've been in a relationship where I got my ass beat every single day. Hey, thank you. Best wishes to you too, Louise. And it was horrible. But even like getting my ass beat every day, like I stayed there, because I was sick. Because I didn't think I could do any better. And I thought I deserved it. You know what I mean? But like, I still, even with being hurt like that, I would never like try to kill him. And I probably could get away with it as defense, you know, but I wouldn't have done that, you know. I think it takes a really like special, messed up kind of person to kill someone. You know, especially to strangle someone and to look at their face while they're like, imagine killing somebody until they cannot breathe. That's fucking crazy. But what it does is it gets me like intrigued, because I think, what was going on in his mind? Like, I want to know the mental like aspects of it. Like, y'all were asking, was there something wrong with him? Was he was a narcissist, psychopath, or sociopath. It's good popcorn too. And you guys know when I make these videos eating, that I'm like giving people content to make fun of me. Yeah, Jamie, I know. Me too, girl. Yeah. I guess we can kind of like bring this around to, if you're in a relationship and you're unhappy, all you have to do is leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're in a relationship and you're not being treated right and you don't want to stay, just go. Just protecting your family or friends from harm. Yeah. And I don't think you sound psycho at all. Like, I don't think you sound psycho at all. And like self-defense and protecting my family. Like, if somebody come up on my yard and tried to break in here, pop, pop. You know what I mean? I would totally get their asses. Thanks. And go, that's true. And I'm going to tell you, like, especially like in instances where you just got to protect yourself. Yeah. And you know, Neil has his concealed handgun license, and he taught me how to shoot his gun whenever we first started dating. So we're all, you know, able to protect ourselves here. And here in the South, like, everybody has a gun, you know. We just don't go around pulling it and waving it around. Like, if you have a gun, you don't pull it unless you have to. You know what I mean? Unless for real. There's a respect that goes with that, you know. But back in the day when I was in my addiction, I would be I was just so crazy. But so how is everybody doing tonight? How's everyone doing in their recovery? Are you guys all sober tonight, standing strong? Is there anyone that's been dealing with triggers or feeling any type of way? I know that For me, today has been a pretty good day. Good, Jason. I've been thinking about, making sure that I come on and, keep the content coming, or keep live streaming with you guys, so that way we can stay connected, because I feel like we're building a relationship here, and I'm so excited. Good deal, Leah. I'm proud of you. Hey, you guys, Leah's all the way in Canada, and I think that's so awesome that I have you guys in different parts of the world. Is there anyone else that's not in the United States that's on the live stream tonight? Good, I work on a fishing boat in Cali, and the reason is ending, so I'll finally have free time. Okay, good, go. That's what's up. So you live in California, or you just work in California on that fishing boat? And you know what else I was thinking about, guys? Oh, I know. And you know what? When I was back when I didn't have respect for a gun, like I would just wave it around. Like seriously, like I thought I was a baby gangster, you guys. Live and love life here. Good deal. I really did though. Like I thought I was a little baby gangster. But not anymore. Like I know better than to, just be like playing around like that. You just don't do that now. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like today, I went into work this morning. Like I got ate up. Little Chola. Yes, Jamie. Yes. You know what? Listen to this. When I was growing up, me and my family, like my mom, we went to Mexico, and does EU stand for Europe or Eastern? Tell me what it stands for, Phil, because is that Europe? In Whittier, you guys, okay? She passed away from not a heart attack. She was actually 2 years ago. She had to have surgery, and they nicked European Union. Okay, they nicked something inside of her, and it wouldn't stop bleeding. My grandma was really, really sick, and she passed away. But when I was growing up, we would take trips to California and stay there for like months, okay? Before we like started school and in the summertime. So I would call her my ghetto granny, because my grandma lived, like I said, in East LA, Whittier, behind this school, right? I can see it in my mind. I can see the basketball courts and the school and my grandmother's house, and she had a huge avocado tree in the front yard with a couch underneath the avocado tree. This avocado tree gave the best shade, and we would just all chill at night on that couch, and she had these little like lights that hung down, those little bubble light things. And we would just hang out and chill. The next door neighbor was a little Chinese guy and his family. And then across the street were some cholos, okay? And then my cousin Michael was a cholo. And what I mean by that is like he was in a gang. Like I don't know what gang it was. I was really young then. But I know that the next door neighbors were cool with us, and the Asians over here were cool. And then we had a little lady on the left side that was a little Mexican lady. Well, it was the 4th of July that we went to go be up there with my family. And my dad was actually driving his brand new Bronco from Arkansas to California to pick us up. But it was the 4th of July, and like all my cousins were over. And my mom's Mexican, my dad's Italian. So on my Mexican side, it's like I have 5 aunts and uncles and like a bunch of cousins. So all my cousins were over, and we were like dancing, and we were listening to music and just kicking it. And all of a sudden we hear pop, pop. And my grandmother, my ghetto granny, she was like, Mira, get down, Mira, get down. So we all, hit the floor, got down, and laid there until my grandma told us to get up. And what had happened is the guys across the street had gotten into it, the Asians on the right side of us, and were fighting back and forth, guns with each other, like a drive-by or whatever. Like, it was horrible, but it's the scariest thing I've ever been really in when I was that young. It was so scary because all I heard was pop, 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 you know? And my grandma was like, Mina, 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 lay down, lay down. And there was like 15 of us kids in the house dancing, you know? And just loud music, fireworks going off, just all kinds of stuff because it's the 4th of July. It was really scary. But I remember that because I remember, you know, my grandma yelling and us having to lay on the ground and her not letting us up until, you know, she was sure that it was over. But then when I was 21, I went back to California to visit my grandma with my mom. And Lord, you guys, I kicked it so hard on my 21st birthday. I got so drunk on the way back home on the airplane. I was green. That's how sick I was. But I was calling the hogs. Woo! Pigs, suey, razorbacks in this bar in California on the pool table, and I got kicked out. So me and my aunts, because it was me and my auntie Ro that were getting fucked up, we were getting drunk together. We went out to her friend's house, and it was always my auntie with some of her like gangster boyfriends, like shaved heads, just sexy ass Mexican guys. Yeah, we had a good time. That was when I was like really hitting it hard, you know. But, you know, I come from a long line of addicts and alcoholics that are, you know, they're in recovery now. Like my uncle was a cocaine and crack addict, and then my grandpa was an alcoholic, and my grandpa on my dad's side was an alcoholic, and SoCal Central from the Pismo Beach. Oh, cool. And so I'm just glad to see like everybody getting better and sober and staying on the right track, you know. But we can laugh at that stuff now because it's like, it's funny to look back on it, but I'm so grateful to be alive, you know. And I'm also grateful for my ethnic background, like my mom being Mexican and my dad being Italian. Like I'm really proud to be half Mexican, you know. I love it. I love that side of my family and my culture. For the longest time when I was growing up, because I grew up in a country town, I was kind of embarrassed to be brown. And embarrassed because all the kids would call me taco and burrito and beaner, and it would hurt my feelings, you know. But now that I'm older, I'm so proud. I love having a tan all year round. I want to learn Spanish, so that's, you know, with Nathaniel. He listens to this little CD that speaks Spanish, and so he's learning a little bit, little by little. But my mom speaks fluently. She had to learn how to speak English. Captain, you look like that type girl, like a cholo dating girl. So, you know what? I love all kinds of men. But I'm going to tell you this. Neil, my little ginger snap, he's my favorite. I'm so glad you guys came over tonight to hang out with me for a little bit. So, tomorrow night when I do a live stream, I'll tell you guys some story times, and we'll get back to our regular scheduled programming. Y'all are cool here. Y'all are always welcome here. When I was growing up, I'm the oldest, okay? So I have 2 little sisters. And when I was growing up, my sister Michelle was like, not the odd one, but like the middle sister who like rebelled all the time. 22 years. Wow, Jamie. So your husband is Mexican? Does he speak Spanish fluently? Is that his first language? Oh man, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you about my cousin Michael. When I went to he's okay. You know what, Jamie? I bet you if he could talk to somebody, does he know how to speak English or is he not that good? Because do you think that maybe there's like a breakdown in communication between you guys, and that if he maybe could connect with someone that he could talk to better, then do you think that would help him? Okay, I got you. So, okay, I was just wondering because I wanted to help you with a situation we talked about yesterday. But, so let me tell you this story about, let me think. Okay, so when I went to Whittier when I was 21, my cousin Michael, we grew up together when we were little, okay? And I can remember jumping over waves in the ocean with him. Like, I just really, like, I loved him. He was my favorite cousin. And so when I went down to California when I was like 21, I hung out with him the whole time I was there. Like, I wouldn't leave his side. And he was my older cousin, you know? Well, he took me to my first strip club that I had ever been to, and that was when we went to California. And I remember being in there and smoking pot, because that's all we did was they smoked hella pot. And we just fucking got high and chilled and kicked it inside of the strip club. But then they took me down to like downtown LA. And when we were walking, he's like, get on the inside. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Because I was on the outside of the sidewalk. And I didn't know this, that if you stand on the outside of the sidewalk and you're with a man, that people will think that that's your pimp and you're a prostitute. Did you know that? I did not know that. So he like made me get on the inside of the sidewalk. But it smelled like straight piss all downtown. So sad. And you could see poor like bums laying around everywhere. It's not like that here where I live, you guys. In Arkansas, it is not like that. Hey, Liz. I miss you, woman. Call me after this. The homeless population here in Arkansas is not that bad. Like, I mean, we have homeless people here, but not like they do in like these other cities. Like, there's no tents set up everywhere. I mean, it's like crazy. I feel bad. Like, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be help, you know? That's Captain. Okay, so I was watching a video on YouTube the other day about Skid Row. And so listen to this, you guys. What's happening now out in California and in Florida too is a lot of these treatment centers that are like saying, hey, you can come here and get help. What they're doing is they're ripping people off and they're getting people who have good insurance. And then when they get down there, they basically give them drugs to relapse on so they can like filter them back through the program and charge their insurance over and over again until they run out, and then they kick them out on the streets. So you have all these kids that are like heroin addicts that have gotten kicked out of treatment because basically the treatment center fucked them and used up all their insurance and charged them like thousands of dollars just so they could get their insurance, you know, payment from the insurance. Isn't that horrible? And that's what's happening a lot in California and Florida right now. There, just Skid Row. Hey, crack binge one night. That's woo-wee! Now listen to me. I wouldn't go nowhere on a crack binge, girl. You couldn't pay me to come up out of the house on a crack binge. I'll lock myself in the house. I will not come out. One time I left when I was high on crack, and it was because I had never gotten high on crack like this before, but it was like I hit it and it was going wah, 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 wah. And I was like, oh Lord, you guys, I don't mean to laugh. I laugh because it's like, Oh, I know what you mean. So it's like, because usually what I'll do when I used to drink, I will say, oh, I need to sober up. Or so I'd do some Coke or, you know. But it's like that wah, wah, wah sound. Yes, goat. That's what it was. And I've never had that happen, like, very often. It only happened, like, a couple times. I do have some bad stories, you guys. Oh, Liz, you brought up a funny point. So I used to have Freon. Y'all know what Freon is? It comes out of the air conditioning unit. So when I was like 17, me and my best friend Jerry, this gay guy, fucking hilarious. Yes, I did go. So what we would do is we'd get a Walmart bag, okay? And we would go out to the air conditioning units and we would get a screwdriver or pin and we would push the little tab down and psst, the Freon into the Walmart bag. Okay, listen to this. The Freon was so cold, you guys, that the Walmart bag would crystallize on the inside, like cold, like crystals. Okay? Okay, listen. One day, I'll show you guys. One day, I thought I was at my parents' house. How crazy am I? Okay, one day, me and Jerry are out there loading up our Walmart bag with Freon. And then we come and we sit down on the front porch at my parents' house. And there was like this railing that you could sit on. So I'm sitting up on the railing, right? And I say, take it to the head. And I take that Walmart bag and I go. And all of a sudden, I don't remember anything else. Everything went black. And you know what happened? I flipped off that railing completely backwards where my freaking shins went back and hit the other side. And I did a smooth flip backwards. And I woke up to Jerry standing on top of me going, smack, smack, bitch, wake up. Smack, smack, bitch, wake up. But every time I would do it, yeah, it would be like this. Look, I would be talking and that's what it would sound like. Like, yeah, I remember with it. And then we would get even brighter ideas and we would get our Walmart bags, load them up. And Jerry would drive down the road huffing Freon and we would be laughing our asses off. And I'm like, how did we even not die? How did we not die? How did we not die, you guys? I know what you're talking about, Jamie. Can you guys believe some of the stuff we did? Hilarious. Now, I would never do that again. You know why? With my luck, I go outside and huff some Freon and damn die. Because I've heard stories that it like can freeze your lungs or like make you have a heart attack. Well, goat. Yeah, I'm hardcore. I've done it all. We not die. I've seen so many people hit their heads on concrete from falling. Oh. And like, dude, I would just like on that railing, I just went boom all the way backwards. And then like everybody would tell the story. I know. Yeah, we were desperate at that time. I was like 17 and we didn't have pot, so we were huffing Freon. Listen, one more story. So when I was growing up, when I was 17, remember how I told you guys I would skip school all the time? And then my sister would already be there skipping school, so she would always beat me. So me and my sister and her friends and then my couple of friends, we would sit out on my parents' front porch and we would roll joints and roll blunts and just smoke them. And we would get so stoned and then we would come inside and me and my sister would cook all my dad's like steaks and chicken and good ass food. And then my dad would come home and be pissed because he would know that me and my sister were cooking that fucking good ass food for other people. So for like 3 years, you guys, we sat out on the front porch just like throwing joints and seeds and stuff over the balcony, right? Well, you know how I went to California? So I'm in California with my mom, and my mom's like, get on the phone, Nicole. Your dad wants to talk to you. And I'm like, what? Get on the phone. I was like, hey, Dad, what's up? Are you fucking kidding me, Nicole? What, Dad? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, Dad, what? You fucking got marijuana plants growing in the front yard, and they're knee high. And I was like, what? My dad got those plants, ripped them up, and pressed those marijuana leaves in between encyclopedia pages so he could show me when I got home. He was pissed. He was like, what the hell? And that was 3 years ago that we were out there. This was like, I was 21. And then plants popped up, you guys. I got in so much trouble for that shit. My dad was so mad. And that's the kind of shit that would happen. Like, really? Oh my gosh, I'm choking. Hold on. My fridge is empty. I need to get some food tomorrow. So, my poor parents, you guys. I put them through so much. Yeah, and look at this, you guys. We're putting up our Christmas tree, and half the lights are out, so I have to go get new lights tomorrow. Poor little Christmas tree. Do you see Gizmo? Gizzy. Gizzy, what are you doing, girl? What you doing, girl? Gizzy, what are you doing? Are you going to say hi to everybody? Say hi. Oh, are you blinking your eye? Pretty girl. It's a pretty girl. Yeah. Oh, sweet baby. Oh, sweet baby. Look at the big mamas. Look at the big mama belly. Look at the big girls. Oh, sweet baby. Oh, sweet baby. Hey. Sweet baby girl. We love you. Everybody's saying hi. You love mamas? Yeah. Oh, sweet baby. Oh, that is Neil, one of my husband's dogs. Now he had like 4 dogs. So, yeah. I don't know who that was. Yeah? I'll show you guys the rest of the dogs. And then I'm going to get off here. Okay. Is it still raining? Okay. Oh, that was my mom. Come here, Onyx. He's right there. Come here, Bubba. Come here, Onyx. Say hi to everybody. Good boy. Okay, guys. So it's been 1 hour and 30 minutes. I love you guys. I'm going to call my mom because she's calling me, so she's probably worried. Caught me with my plants and took them and destroyed them. Oh, I remember, Liz. I hope your mom gets to feeling better. I've been thinking. I remember you telling me about that. Where's Pakanaka?
He's right here, Bob. My head.
Okay. I'd love to have a dog, but I'm allergic. Oh, that sucks. We have plenty. You can come over here and pet these ones anytime. Okay. Let me get.
They had this like
Okay. Yeah.
uh, earthquake in Anchorage where my aunt and uncle lived.
Uh-huh. Look at Nate and his daddy.
We're chilling.
Hey guys, what are y'all doing?
Nothing.
Nothing. There's Daddy. And there's Paco over there and beside Daddy. So I'm gonna chill with the boys because they're like relaxing over here. So I'm gonna come relax with them. But I had a good time tonight, you guys. I had fun talking with everybody. I hope you guys had a good time too. I know we just kind of shot the shit tonight, but tomorrow, if you guys want to talk about something in particular, comment in the comments tonight and let me know, or message me and let me know what you guys want to talk about, and we'll do a video tomorrow, okay? But tomorrow's Saturday, so what I do on Saturdays is at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, I will get up and I will do a live stream meditation. Okay, so I will see you guys in the morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time for meditation. Thank you guys, everybody that joined in today and participated. I had a great time. I love talking with you guys. Also, Leah had a really good idea for the hoodies that I wanted to get made. She recommended doing like a graffiti logo, like in graffiti. And I thought that was a freaking awesome idea. So catch this real fast. I want to do tie-dyed hoodies, but like custom tie-dye, like me do them. And on the logo, I just want it to be like a little logo right here, that just says Real Talk Recovery in like graffiti, like a paint splat. So say like a paintbrush that's going like this, and then the paint splatters on the shirt like that, and it says Real Talk Recovery on it. Wouldn't that be cool? So anyway, y'all tell me what you think about that, and then also tell me what you think about what you guys want to talk about tomorrow. I know, wouldn't that be cool? And there, I want to make them these cool ass freaking hoodies, girl, like tie-dyed hoodies. And then you girls, if y'all want to, I can crop yours and like make them distressed. So let me know what you guys think about that, and if you would be interested, and then get back to me. So I hope you guys have a good night. I'm so proud of you guys. Friday night, we're sober, we're chilling, we're not getting high. Oh, baby teeth for your, yes, that would be cool too. So there's all kinds of ideas. So you guys just let me know what you guys think would be cool. If you're an artist, help me out with the design. I will, give you a shirt for free. So just, it's all like in my mind, I'm cooking it all up. So whatever you guys think, y'all are my people, so I need your help. So let me know what you guys think. And then, yeah, I'll see you in the morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, meditation. All right, bye.